About Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 2 episode 6. Um let's just get on right into it. Princess moved out of Ray J house. That's where it started. Then we had Tiara and Hazel. Hazel got a new spot, so she wanted to, kind of brag about her new spot and talk to Tiara about, up and coming moves she making, her music taking off, and I'm like, where? And that is no shade to Hazel, but I just want to know where. I'm just saying, if y'all know where her music popping, leave it in the comment section. I would even check it out. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about where is it all, popping. I'm just saying. Anyway, she's telling her how she's going to Dubai for some. She got booked something in Dubai. Tiara's like, oh, I always want to go to Dubai. I'm like, girl, shut up. Anyway, they talked about the whole drama with Jason Lee, and she was talking about how he threw the drink in her face. He had Ciroc and lemonade. So at least now we know what was in the cup. We knew it was alcohol, but damn, she just gave us what was in there. And talked about how it was burning. I would cuss Tiara out because Tiara was just laughing and shit. I would have been like, bitch, that ain't funny. That shit burned. I'm just saying. Um, if I seem a little out of it on this one, I have a really bad headache. Been having it all day, but I'm trying to work through this. Um, so yeah, they talked about Jason. Then they talked about Tiara talking about something about karma and his name Tiara, and I'm like, oh, here we go. So she tell us about her little childish ass ways of her sending that text message to Ray J and all this kind of stuff, and how all of a sudden Princess couldn't go and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, this bitch is childish as they come. She is so fucking middle school, not even high school. This bitch is so middle school. I can't with her. Um, Nikki and Brandy is in the park, fake exercising, and then all of a sudden, I don't get it. I don't call my friends and say, oh, well, she gonna say, I just wanted to check with Brandy and her man situation. What's going on with her and Max? That ain't my business unless she's bringing it up. Why do I want to know what's up with them? Last time I knew they were turning up in the studio or whatever. Bitch, it still ain't your damn business. Like, whatever. And she asked her like, oh, what's up with you and Max? I would have been like, why? Like, whatever. When bitches do that, I kind of side eye them on that, because I'll be like, bitch, why are you worried? You want them? Like, you let your friend offer that information. You don't over there try to get all up in their business and ask. Maybe it's just me. Um, so they talked about Brandy and Max not getting along, whatever. Then she tells her about Jason and the whole throwing the drink in Hazel's face, and Brandy had little comments to say about that. Okay, cool, because none of us agreed with Jason throwing that drink up in her face. None of us. Um, they talked about Kamaya and all this kind of stuff, and I didn't understand. Oh, my shirt dirty. That's because I just got through cooking. Um, but I didn't understand why Brandy was so talking shit about Kamaya. Talking because they was talking about the surgery thing, and she gonna say, oh, she need to get her some surgery. I'm like, bitch, you need some surgery looking like a little boy. Why are you? No, I don't even. First of all, I'm the type of bitch, like, if my homegirl is venting about another girl and I don't know that other girl, I'm going to let her vent about that other girl and be like, damn, that's fucked up or whatever. But if I don't know her, what the fuck are you hating and making comments about this other girl for? Like, you just let your homegirl vent. Like, that shit ain't have nothing to do with Brandy. Whatever. Moving on. Miles in his goddamn video shoot talking about West Coast. I was just mad because I'm like, nigga, don't be representing the West Coast in the lie you live in, motherfucker, please. But okay. And then I'm sitting there like, well, damn, I wonder why her homeboys and them feel watching this shit back. Because he said nobody knows he's gay but Milan. So I wonder why her homeboys, no, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with him being a gay rapper, gangster rapper, whatever. But he's living a lie, and then he ain't told these dudes, and they not even knowing, like, nigga, you not even living what you rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder kind of how they felt. But then I was looking like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to look no gangster rapper, hard rapper, supposed to be rapper the same again. I'm gonna be wondering like, which one of y'all in the group on the DL? I'm just saying because I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, he's doing his video shoot and he can't focus because of all the shit he's going through with Milan and Amber. So first he calls Milan, no answer. And I said, oh, it's convenient how he calling Milan, and then all of a sudden it goes to Milan at the beach at this photo shoot, and they giving him the phone, and he look at the phone and he hang up. I'm like, oh, so convenient. So you like, okay, this is when we gonna shoot. Go. And then, oh, he said the call. Go. Shut up. Um. But yeah, he didn't answer. So then he calls Amber, talking about he needs to deal with Amber before he fixes things with Milan. And he calls her and tell her about therapy. Okay. So now Amber, all excited, she meets up with her sister Angel and talks about Miles and how she loves him and she tired of going back and forth, and her sister giving her advice. But brings up therapy and think they finna work things out. She talking about, I guess she feel like this is a start of going to therapy and fixing the shit, and I'm like, you just as delusional. But okay. And apparently her sister and family feel like she needs to let that shit go too. Willie and his ex-manager Screwface, they sit down and talk about Willie's options because he's in a bad business deal with his independent label and his owner named Harry. So he wants to talk to him about how can he get out. Homeboy was like, I can't even do nothing with you until you get out this situation with Harry, but he would love to work with Willie and help him, but he just can't. And I was like, I'm glad he was being honest with him instead of, saying, oh, well, we'll deal with it. No, you go deal with your shit and then we'll work with you. Because he was talking about how, they not financially stable right now. And he knew, Screwface knew Shonda wasn't going for that, and she was pissed and all that kind of stuff. And Willie ain't really told her how broke really they are. And I was like, oh, that's going to be a problem. So, anyway, Nikki Brandy is at her little whatever photo shoot, and then she gonna say something about this is nice. She gonna say I always do it nice. I said, you was a cocky bitch. Like, I don't like Nikki, baby, like for nothing in the world. Nothing. And don't like her little chihuahua either. So Brandy comes in with Kamaya, and I kind of look side-eye like, why the fuck is Kamaya coming and y'all just got into it? But Jason felt like this was the perfect time for him to talk to her about the shit he did with Hazel, and also for Kamaya and her to get things squared away about Fizz. Okay, Kamaya was coming in there on her grown woman tip, like, okay, she want to talk to her or whatever. Before anything happened, Jason tried to give Nikki a handshake. She wouldn't do it. Okay, cool. She felt some kind of way, and he kind of was like, okay. But then this little chihuahua pops the fuck off about how she don't appreciate him throwing that drink in Hazel's face. And on the whole time, I'm looking like, bitch, this don't have nothing to do with you. If anybody should be addressing him, it's Nikki or Hazel. But bitch, you wasn't there, and it has nothing to do with you. And that's what he said, was like, you wasn't there. She was like going off talking shit. Then she throws a drink on him, and I don't know if the drink got on him and Kamaya or just him. But just because we don't want no motherfucking man to throw a drink at a woman, we sure the fuck don't want a woman to throw a drink at a man. It goes both fucking ways, because that could have easily went left when, bitch, you had nothing to do with that. That could have went left. He could have been a crazy motherfucker, because if he was crazy enough to do it to Hazel, could have retaliated on your ass. Or while you reaching that way, Kamaya could have been reaching this way. Because it would have been me. But you don't be throwing drinks unless you got perfect aim. I'm just saying. Because they was all a little too close. So they arguing or whatever, and I'm just like, girl, get your little dog. Like, this bitch, I can't with Brandy. I really, really can't. I felt like they were out of line. And it was funny when Brandy caught that motherfucker SpongeBob on steroids. I was laughing. But all the rest of that immature ass shit, and even Kamaya was trying to talk to Nikki, was like, I can't, because Kamaya came up and said hi and everything, and Nikki was not featuring Kamaya. But like I said, Kamaya came in on some grown woman shit. But when Nikki started being rah-rah, Kamaya was like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, you ain't finna be putting your hands in my goddamn face. Like, that's what's not gonna happen. Nikki put them goddamn hands down, too. Did y'all notice that? But then they leaving out, and here come Nikki and her little fucking dog coming outside. Like, bitch, you is... First of all, I would have fired you from that set because... Unless this was a set you paid for, because I would have been like, first of all, you walked off when you was getting your makeup done. Then you bringing drama to the bullshit. Like... It was better ways to handle this situation. But I guess y'all need some goddamn drama. And he told her he was going to destroy her on the blogs. I was like, I bet you're thinking about that, Nikki. I mean, even though he's not this big time blogger like that, but I bet you she was thinking about that shit like, oh shit, what did I do? And then he even tried to tell her what Fizz said about the appetizers, and then here come Brandy. Not my friend, not Nikki Baby. Bitch, shut up. Nikki Baby motherfucking too. I can't with that little bitch. I really, really can't. April Nia, what's the girl name? April. It was April Nia. What's the other little, I know y'all hollering at my screen. Shonda and Princess. They meet up and they're talking about the whole breakup with Ray, the whole Tiara situation and how fucked up she is, and how Tiara invited them to a day party because she's finna ask Tiara about why she is doing this shit, why she being messy than a motherfucking. I was so here for it. They also talk about Ray sending Princess to jail, which I don't think I mentioned that last week, but I think that he is a bitch for that. Like, he is. And regardless if she did it for him, my nigga, you should have never allowed your girl to take the rap or even entertain that shit. Like, for real. I don't care. Miles go to church to pray. You need it. Willie and Shonda, they meet up in the car, where they driving in the car, and they're talking. She first apologized for the way she acted, and then they're kind of just talking about, she going off about these, she can't live on ifs. I get that. As a woman, you just want to know to be prepared, especially when you got kids. So he was trying to tell her, like, I really wasn't trying to tell you anything until everything is like for sure. And so she steady pressuring him. He was like, well, I had a meeting with Screwface and, telling her about the meeting with him. But before he can finish with the conversation, she all excited. He like, wait a minute, hold your horses, calm down. Then she tell him about how he needs to get out this contract with Harry. And all of a sudden, she back to mad again. I said, this motherfucker, bipolar ass. Like, you going from, like, you should have let them finish the goddamn conversation. But they kind of worked it out and talked it out or whatever, because he was like, she not going back on the pole. He even tell her, like, you need to get a regular job. She was like, I'm not a regular girl. We need more than regular money. I'm like, girl, you gonna lose your man trying to get your ass on that fucking pole. Like, for real. Like, it is jobs in LA that you can do. Go be a stylist, a PR person, or whatever it is. Yeah, something in LA that I'm quite sure you can do. Go work, do something for your man, book him some gigs, and y'all make money together. I don't know, but that's just dumb to me that she's stupid like that. They need to work that shit out, because I really want to like her. I really do. Moving on from them, I gotta hurry up with my phone for to die. Let me see. Michaela, can you give me a charger? Michaela. Oh, she got earphones there. My bad. The day party. Moving up from the... Hold on. So, anyway, at this day party that the girls met up at, all the girls meet up, and Moniece is saying to them, like, this relationship is kind of a little perplexed to me. And they like, what? April like, what? And she was like, this Tiara and Princess stuff. So then they was talking about friendships or whatever, because she was like, are y'all really friends? And Tiara was like, well, we not really friends, but we not enemies. So Princess was like, so we not friends? And she was like, no, bitch, I like, friends is like a different thing, different levels to me or whatever. And I get that. So they start arguing. Princess asked her, have you talked to Ray? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I sent him a text message. So it started from there. And I was so on motherfucking Princess' side. I I wanted Princess to drag the fuck out of Tiara and Moniece at this point because they start arguing. And cause she was like, you came at me last year, and if you thought we was gonna be real friends, something about some goddamn real friends. But she was talking about how she came at her last year and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, bitch, you did not have, cause Princess feels like, I came at you genuine at the party or whatever, the little pamper party. So, you know, Tiara was sitting there laughing and shit at that girl and didn't feel no fucking sympathy or how she was feeling. So Princess swung on her ass, and when Princess swung on her, they breaking her up, and then Monique pours a drink on her. I was like, "You's a petty bitch." Now this is how I feel, cause people be like, "Okay, that's your homegirl," and I feel like in certain instances, I feel like if my homegirl jump, I jump. You know what I'm saying? But in this instance, Tiara was wrong as fuck, and Monique knew she was wrong as fuck. So you should let them two handle that shit as women. You know what I'm saying? If we out somewhere and some strangers or whatever, and that shit pop off, then you jump in and you help your homegirl. But in this instance, you knew Tiara was wrong. You knew Tiara was being motherfucking messy. So you should have let Tiara handle her shit as a motherfucking woman, Monique. Like for real, for real. Um. But yeah, Monique's talking shit to her. So they steady like talking, and then they try to fight. Talking, then they try to fight. Tiara got mad because the girl called her ass fat. But I was like, bitch, you did double your kind of size since last year, bitch. Like, come on. And I know a lot of people probably gonna go at Princess for kept calling her fat and calling her a hippo. But at that fucking instance, I was here for it. I was laughing. I'm just saying, because that bitch was like, you hippo, and she was like, you ain't gonna be able to make it over here. I was sitting here rolling when Princess was giving to her. I mean, I ain't got a problem with fat people, but that shit was motherfucking funny to me. Um, and I wasn't mad at her for calling that bitch fat. Like they say, when you fight, you say all kind of evil shit come out your motherfucking mouth. So I wasn't even mad at her. Fuck that fat bitch. Like, for real, for real. And that's no shade to fat people. But fuck that fat bitch. Um, but yeah, I was cracking up when she told her, I'm gonna get you and you. I said, please drag both of them bitches. I don't care if you gotta wait for the reunion and sneak them. I don't care if you gotta meet them in the club. Bitch, y'all need to catch fair ones. You need to catch fair ones with Monique. And you need to catch fair ones with here. But it needs to motherfucking happen. And I don't even really condone women fighting, especially grown ass women. But some bitches just need to be slapped. Period. And I'm just saying, I cannot deal with young minded ass bitches when y'all grown. Or supposed to be grown. It just dumb to me. And then that bitch spit at her. You spit at her, Tiara? You supposed to get fucked up. I'm just saying, if that security wasn't, them security wasn't in the way, Princess would have gave Tiara a beat down. I really would have. Monique would have had to jump in that fight. I really think Tiara would have lost. Um, Willie in the studio. Oh Jesus, I need that song. I would support it. You can get my coin. I'm just saying. That boy can sing his motherfucking ass off. But he meets with this Harry guy, the owner of the independent label that he signed to, and he's telling Harry about the whole management thing and how oh my bad, I'm sorry. I feel like someone was on me, and I know ain't nothing in here to be calling. Um, but Harry, I don't know. He just felt like a bad businessman to me because they were talking about the whole situation of the music and where's the music going, and he was like, "We need to sit down and make a plan." And I'm like, he said, "I need to sit down with my partner and make a plan." But all of a sudden, you like, oh, when he mentioned a major deal, then you like, oh, well, why they can't work with us? And he was like, well, they don't want to do that. They want to work with them to the artist, not no other people. And then he looking all mad. But I'm like, you need to be on your ball. You can't be sitting with a guy that's already known. Why would you be sitting there waiting to put his album out if the album is finished? I don't understand it. People are putting out fucking mixtapes and albums all day long. So why are you sitting on a guy that's known from a known group and you're an independent label? You know what I'm saying? You can. you as an independent label can make money off of this young man. I don't get it. Like, it's not an artist that can't sing. You can make money off of him, especially the way R&B's trying to come back. I just feel like he a bad businessman. Even when he was, when all of a sudden, when he said he wants to be released, all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't know. But what are you doing for him? You don't have no plan in place for his music. You just got him on a shelf, like for real. I'm not feeling that. So I think he needs to go get some lawyers and figure out how he can get some pay these people back and get the fuck off this label. Don't. I don't like people that try to hold on to people just because they think they can make some money off of them, and then or they don't want to let somebody else work with them. Fuck that. Do what you gotta do, boy, so you can feed your family. Then when the manager gonna tell him, don't make no decisions, no like family decisions, and it could be bad or whatever, I guess, for his career. And I'm sitting there like, motherfucker, his kids gotta eat, and you don't have a plan. Fuck all that. Anyway, I just want Willie to do what he gotta do. Miles Go talks to his therapist about his situation with Amber and Milan and how he ain't told nobody and nobody knows. The therapist makes him go over some stuff to see how would he tell Amber and all this kind of stuff. And then at the end, Amber is walking up and they go off. And I'm just sitting there like, I want to feel sorry for him, but it's hard. It's so hard to try to feel sorry for this guy. But then next week, I was so goddamn mad at Amber of how I hope that was edited of the way she reacted. But you too grown to be running out, falling on the ground, talking about I want to call my mama when you got a 13-year-old motherfucking daughter. You should have been teaching your daughter, oh, this is what you want to do, motherfucker, and beat his ass. You don't teach your daughter that you just punk out and cry and fall in fucking public on the sidewalk because a man hurt your fucking feelings. That's not, you got a daughter that's 13. You can't be doing that shit. No, you should have turned around and punched that nigga in the face. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, I'm not going to teach my daughter that I'm no punk and crying over no motherfucking man, especially on national TV. Not going to work. But anyway, that's my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 2, Episode 6. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about it. It was a cool episode because it gave me something to talk about. Make sure you check out my cousin Mike B, Ashley Miller, all my YouTube fam. Still praying for Sean Bradley, James Caldwell, and much love. Still praying for you guys. Also, praying for Dawn. I want to say her name on YouTube is Dawn B. But y'all know Truth Seeker 5000, Don Anderson. I love you, girl. I'm praying for you. I know you've been sick. But yeah, continue to pray for me and my family because you know my family's been going through. Also, yeah, and I'll talk to you guys. Oh, everything I do on social media is the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Thanks for everybody that's been riding with me. My name is Miss Nika, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.